Hello, wonderful humans. Today's video is all about creating an aesthetic planner for your OneNote inside Windows 10. Alright, so just a quick overview of what we'll be covering today. This is gonna be our weekly planner that we'll be creating today. So what we have here is the week's focus, top priorities, gratitude list, a to-do list for your work, home, calls, and others. And we also have a weekly planner for your home, your work or school, or your personal planning. So we have all 7 days from Monday to Sunday, and all these are fully editable. So if you want the box to be bigger, you can make them bigger. If you want the colors to change, you can also do that. Alright, so this whole tutorial is gonna teach you how you can achieve this entire look. Alright, so if you're interested, then stay tuned to the end. Also, here's a bonus. I'm gonna give off this entire free notebook inside the link in the description. So if you are interested in getting this for free, then just go to the link, put in your email, and I will give you access to this entire notebook. Alright, sounds good. Okay, so I will show you a quick overview about what this OneNote notebook entails. The first part is the notebook assets. So for notebook assets, we're gonna have the marble background. So as you can see just now, we have the marble background at the back, right? So the second thing that you'll need is the font. So if you remember, we actually have all these cursive fonts. So the font that we are using here is actually called Hello Honey. So how do we download this font? We got to go to this link. And you can actually just click on download here. So this font is actually free for personal use only. If let's say you want to use it for your commercial license, like you want to make this planner and you want to sell it, then you will have to buy the commercial license. Okay, do support the guy, he's very talented. Alright, so we are gonna download this file. And after it's downloaded, you can see that it automatically pops out. And we're just gonna double click on this Hello Honey open type font file. And then click on install. Because I have already installed it once, that's why this pop-up is happening, but for you, it shouldn't be happening. Alright, so after it's installed, you can see that this part is grayed out, okay, which means we cannot press it anymore. Okay, so how to double check that this thing has been properly installed? We are gonna go to Microsoft Word, open up a blank document. You're gonna make a much bigger font size, and we're gonna type in Hello Honey personal use. Okay, so that means this is inside, and we're just gonna type to-do list. Okay, and the second thing that we'll want to type is weekly planner. So if you don't like the word to-do list, or you wanted to make some other thing, you can also just come here and type in the words that you like. Alright, so for today's tutorial, we're just gonna focus on these two, to-do list and weekly planner. And what you want to do is put your cursor at the side, and we're gonna take a screenshot of these two images. Okay, so once you've taken one of the screenshots, you're gonna go into another page and you're gonna just paste it. Basically, just press Ctrl V to paste. Okay, and we're gonna do the same thing for this weekly planner. Okay, so now we have managed to get our two cursive fonts. Alright, and the next thing that we're gonna make is this, which is the boxes, which is made out of tables. Alright, so in order to make these tables, it's very simple. We'll just go to insert, click on table, and we're gonna make a 2x3 table. Okay, for better reference, I'm gonna open up the other one. Okay, so this is what we are trying to achieve today. Okay, so for all the table's contents, actually you can put in anything you like, but for this video, I'm going to follow whatever that we have in our sample. Okay, so I'm just going to type this week's focus, top priorities, and of course, gratitude list. Okay, and I'm gonna put in the numbers as well. And I'm just gonna paste it in the gratitude list. So you can see that, okay, it's looking pretty boring. So we do want to add some colors into it. Okay, so we're gonna change this up. First, we're gonna bold it. And we're gonna go to table and change the background color of the box. So for me, I'm gonna choose this one, which is the rose color. So let me do it again. This one. Alright, it's called Rose Lighter 80%. Same thing for this and for the last one as well. Okay, and for the headers, we're just gonna bold them. Alright, looking good. I'm sure yours look good as well. Alright, so the next thing that we're gonna do is the to-do list. So for the to-do list, as you can see, we actually have 4 columns. One is for work, one is for home, one is for calls, and one is for others. And each of them have their own checkbox. Alright, so let's create this with another table. Same thing, go to insert table, and this time we're gonna insert a 4 times 2 table. Oops, I think I typed, okay. Yep, so this is just home. Okay, and I'm gonna bold all of them. I'm gonna centerize them. And I'm gonna shade them in the same color as what we did earlier. Okay, so the good thing about OneNote is that all these tables, they are very easily adjustable in terms of their sizes. So if you want to make them bigger or smaller, or you just want to change up the titles, it's very easy for you to customize. And the next thing that I want to add will be all the little checkboxes. So because I've already made some here, right? So I'm just gonna copy this over. Okay. Alright, so now we are almost done. We left our final weekly planner. Okay, so the last thing that we need to make is the weekly planner. So for the weekly planner, this is our sample. Okay, we're gonna have 3 columns. Okay, 4 columns, but 3 of them will be, one of them will be for home, one of them will be for work or school, and the last one will be for personal. And on the first column, you can see that there's Monday all the way to Sunday. If let's say you want it to start from Sunday instead of Monday, you can just type in, double click, and you can edit it straight away. Okay, for this tutorial, we're gonna do Monday to Sunday. So as you can tell, we're gonna insert a 4 times 8 table. Alright, so let's just do that. Insert table 4 times 8. Okay. Okay, and we're gonna type in the headings. Okay, and the last one, we're gonna type in all the days. So I really want you guys to find your own style. If let's say you like the style, that's great. And if let's say you want something more like different color or different palette, it's completely up to you. Just take note that because for OneNote, there is a limited number of colors that you can use for your tables especially. So you might want to take note of that. Yep. Okay, so same thing, I'm gonna shade that. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. Okay, and I'm gonna centerize all of them. And the last touch is I'm gonna make this, firstly I'm gonna bold them, and instead of just highlighting with the same table colors, I'm gonna use 2 shades darker, which is the rose lighter 40%, and I'm gonna change the color of the words. Alright, so it's very simple. And after which, you can just click Shift Enter to create some spaces. And voila, it's done. Alright, so if you realize there is actually a missing thing from this entire thing, and yes, that is our marble template. So our marble background got to go behind all this. Right. So let's go to our notebook assets and click on marble background. And you're going to click on the image. Once you click on the image, you can see that there are squares along the image. So this means that the image is selected. And we're going to Ctrl C to copy and go back to whatever that we have made. We're going to click outside of the text box and we're going to paste it there. So don't freak out if it's too big. Just click and hold Ctrl, and then you're gonna scroll down on your mouse and you should be able to zoom out very easily. Alright, so we're gonna use our mouse and we're gonna shift this such that it covers the current planner. And because our orientation is in portrait, but currently our image is in landscape, so we'll need to rotate it. Okay, so after we have rotated, you can see now that it's completely covering whatever that we have just made. So here's the magic. You will just need to right click and click set picture to background. And ta-da! And just do a little bit of alignment. And you have your beautiful weekly planner. Alright, so how do you actually use this? The good thing about using the tables inside OneNote is that you can just straight away type into it table. So maybe this week's focus is to do up a YouTube video. And we can make sure that all our text actually align with the table instead of, when we actually type it separately and we want to put them inside the table, it's not going to align too nicely because you see sometimes it might reach the edge, right? So by using this table, it actually allows us to fit in text perfectly within the lines. Alright, and if let's say we want to handwrite something, we can do that as well. So we can just choose a color. Let's say I'm going to pick this purple color. Okay, and I just want to write down my to-do list today, so I'm going to write work. Okay, I'm going to write down anything, blah blah blah, and all this can still work, So we have both the benefits of the writing and we also have the benefit of typing. And when we want to tick this checkbox, we can just tap to tick it. Alright, so all these checkboxes, they can actually search. You can actually search for them under text inside the search bar. So how do we search for these checkboxes? We can just go to this show search button and we're gonna go to text. Okay, and here we're gonna search for to-do text. And they will show us all the pages that actually contain this to-do tag. And this makes it very easy for you to see which one has been marked tick and which one hasn't been. Alright, so once it's done, you can actually just confirm that everything is good to go. And now you have your new planner. So you can actually do this for all your daily, your monthly, and your weekly planner. And you can even do this for your goal setting as well. So I'll show you one that I've actually made, and this one is not for free, but it's available on my Etsy shop. So let's take a quick look at how the one that I made look like. Alright, so currently in our first page under the all year round section, the first thing that you'll see is the overview. So for overview, it will cover like the important dates of the year, and you can actually paste your calendar, your current year calendar, under this right hand side. So the reason why I didn't include it is for this to become as undated as possible so that you can keep reusing it. Okay, so the next thing is gonna be your goal setting. Okay, so I've made this goal setting for your goals, your personal goals, financial goals, etc., as well as a vision board for you to put in your images. And then under the goal setting, there's this specific goal. So for each goal that you have, you can actually write down the big picture. why is it important to you, write down some progress goals, as well as some action items and review that you will do for this goal. Okay, the next thing is a finance tracker. For finance tracker, it's similar to the goal tracker, but in this case, we're going to have our progress goals in terms of income, budget, and savings. Alright, and this is the same for the review, so everything is going to be in income, expense, and savings, and we're going to have some notes for the monthly review. We also have a password log and a contacts log. Okay, so the next thing is self-care section. For self-care, we actually split into 3 parts. One is physical, emotional, and mental. So fitness planner is one of our physical self-care, and you can actually write down your weekly planner for your exercises, your vision board for your fitness goals, and there's monthly tracker for every single month, and it's so beautiful. I can't. It's just so beautiful. And there's also the notes for you to track your any monthly review. All right. And the next thing that you'll see is meal planner. So this is very similar to the fitness planner, but it contains a new section called monthly health food. Okay, so this actually allows you to incorporate a certain food of the month, and you can just aim to find new healthy food that you can incorporate in your daily meal. So hopefully by the end of 12 months, you have collated a lot of healthy food that you like to eat. Alright, so same thing, it has the monthly trackers and the notes. And for emotional self-care, we're going to have 2 sections. One is called challenging your thoughts to help you overcome strong negative emotions. We also have a fear setting, so this will help you to visualize the possible results of action or inaction. And for mental self-care, we're going to have a reading, movies, and hobbies log. So the next thing is the notebook assets. So this is the same as whatever that you've seen just now. This is the marble background that we'll be using for all of our templates. And the special thing in this planner that you won't get in any other planner is that I have specially cropped every single one of these stickers for you. So if you want to use them, you can just click on them and you can see that it's selected, and then just click Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V on the page that you want to use it on. Alright, so now let's move on to the actual planner. Each quarter you will get 3 months, and for quarter 1 it's going to be January, February, and March. So for January, actually for all the months you're going to get a calendar, and you're going to get 6 weekly planners. So these 6 weekly planners, right, they're a bit different from the one that is in the free one. So for the paid version, you're going to get a more detailed from 6 a.m. all the way to 12 a.m. kind of 30 minutes break kind of scheduling. It's a very detailed scheduling so that it helps you to keep yourself on track. Alright, and the next thing that you'll get is actually the daily planner. Okay, so for daily planner, we have our daily affirmation, our main goals, our to-do list, and our schedule. So for our schedule, you can either just copy paste your detailed schedule into here, or you can actually just write a general one for like your mornings, your afternoons, to your nighttime. And there's also a note section for you to write down any notes that you have throughout the day. Alright, so this will actually be available for all days of the year, so you can make sure that you can use this forever. Alright, so the next thing that we'll have is the reflection section. For reflection, we're going to have 2 types of exercise. One is the 5 minutes. 5 minutes is just a very quick summary of the day. And for 20 minutes, here's when you can do a little bit more fun. You can write down, put an image here. You can write down a sentence summary of your day. You can go to see what do you actually do well, and what do you do that did not fulfill you. You can also write down journaling topics. For journaling, there's actually many topics. I've made 125 topics that I've included inside the journaling topics here. So you can just choose any number from 1 to 125, and you can choose a nice journal prompt. Okay, so other than the reflection section, we also have other templates. So for other templates, we're going to have a to-do list. All these boxes, because they are done using the OneNote app, so you can just click on them, click on the text box, and press Ctrl+C to paste or to copy. And once you've copied, so let's say I want to copy this one, and I'll go to maybe my first gen. I want to paste it here. Alright, instead of using this, I want to use this. Okay, then I can just paste it. Ctrl+V to paste, and it's done. And I can very easily just customize my own planner without actually doing much, you know, because every template has been made for me already. Alright, so that's if you want to customize, but if you don't want, that's fine too. Alright, there's also other templates for weekly planner, and all this usually they are not so detailed. So this is very good for those people who just want like a quick summary of the week rather than like planning out from your 6 a.m. to your 12 a.m. what your week is gonna look like. We also have a meeting notes section where you can write down your meeting notes and allocate tasks. And we definitely need this, a grocery list, for you to write down the groceries that you need to buy when you want to meal prep and stuff. So you're gonna get this for all 12 months, and you can just use this for every single year. Okay, so if let's say you actually want to include your own planner inside this, you want to add additional section or pages, then you can just follow whatever that we did just now inside the tutorial. We can just copy this image, and we're gonna paste it under a new page, and we can start to create our own section and pages. Alright, so all this is fully customizable and it's gonna serve you a lifetime. Okay, if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, and I hope that you like this whole tutorial about how to make this aesthetic OneNote planner. Okay, and if let's say you want to get one yourself, you can just go to my Etsy page to get the full thing. But if you just want a freebie and you want to do things up yourself, you can also do that. I have already provided all the resources in this notebook. So I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.